Are you all in North Carolina right now, or kind of all different parts of the country?
We're all from different parts of the country, but we're all in North Carolina now.
Oh, very cool. How are you guys passing the time there, aside from, doing music?
Yeah, it's a weird time, especially the quarantine. And, I know it's rough on everybody, but we're just spending this time to kind of build our brotherhood and do our brand and stay connected,
Doing any Netflix or video games?
Yeah, we were playing Red Dead Redemption the other day.
Oh, I played that. Yeah, that was actually pretty fun. Just riding the horse around.
Oh, yeah.
Shooting
I didn't have to wear a mask or anything. It was great.
It's great.
Nice. Well, yeah, listening to your latest releases, I really dig them. I'm really big into melodic, guitar-driven songs, so your latest releases are right up my alley. And I wanted to ask, who are your guitar idols? I guess that would be for Logan and Roger.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Oh, okay. Well, there's so many guitar players that I personally look up to. I'm gonna have to say, frontman James Hetfield would be my very first pick, because he was the guy that turned me on to wanting to be a musician. He was my initial switch. So James Hetfield, as far as being a frontman and guitar player, the rhythm part. But you can't go wrong with a little bit of Eddie Van Halen, in my opinion.
Oh yeah,
pretty good. I also go far as Eric Clapton, because he's an amazing guitar player as well. So I'm all over the spectrum.
Those are all good choices.
Yeah, same here for me. It was all the Les Paul slingers, Jimmy Page / Zakk Wylde, all that kind of stuff. Really got me hooked. And then later on, I got into like Jimi Hendrix and Stevie Ray Vaughan and all that. Just all those blazing blues guys, really blazed the trail for me. So do
Very
everything
cool.
I can to try to live up to that one day.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I think you guys are definitely nailing the guitar riffs. They're really awesome.
Thank you.
I'm trying to learn guitar. I've been trying to learn for like 3 years now. I think I started too late, so.
No, it's never too late. Never, ever. We're learning more and more every day.
Absolutely. I'm still learning. I think, like I say, we all still learn.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, I wanted to ask about the music videos, the concept with the wrestling rings, and you guys worked with a professional wrestler, is that correct?
Yes, that's right. His name's Brandon Wild, and he was great to work with. He kept everybody, safe. As far as being safe, being flung around, a wrestling ring, still hurt. But we had a deep message with this one. We really wanted it to symbolize the trials and tribulations that everybody goes through, and growing up and just living, especially in this day and time.
Oh yeah.
So we wanted it to represent like, hey, stand up for what you believe in, fight for what you believe is right in your heart, and you will overcome. So that's kind of where all that came from. We were so stoked to work with the team that we did, and I don't think it could have turned out any better.
Did you guys come up with the concept, or was that more the director that you guys worked with?
That was definitely a band collaboration. We all were in months of preparation and in advance thinking. We got to the point where we got a poster board with all the lines driven, like a timeline out. I'm like, okay, well, if this is happening here, then this is going to be happening in this video. So we're trying to be as intricate as we can so the fans could go back and watch all these together and be like, oh, wow, they put in a lot of effort, and it tells a really cool story if they really pay attention.
Absolutely. Everything from the lighting to the fog to the, choreographed type stuff. And like, hey, you got to slam me here. I know it's going to hurt. Just do it, whatever. That was us, but we can't take away from our director. We had a great director. His name's Jaden Frost. Check him out. And he really captured our image. He caught us in the best light. And after everything, he did the editing and all sorts of stuff. And if it wasn't for him, it wouldn't be what it is.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think it definitely fit the message of the songs and actually the feeling of the songs as well. And I thought it was kind of creative and refreshing to see, because I know a lot of bands, they tend to do the performance-based music videos, but I feel like yours kind of meshed the two together.
That was the goal. Yeah. We had the performance section for Breathe, our last release, and then this one was the sequel. So we really wanted to branch out. I'm glad that, it's getting across.
Cool. Well, I want to ask you guys, this is a question for all of you. So if you could go back in time and see a band during their heyday, which concert would you attend?
I would have to say Motley Crue. I would
Yeah.
love to see Motley Crue live back in the day. Like, that would be awesome.
What did you think of the Netflix movie?
Yes, indeed.
Did you like The Dirt?
Yeah, we also watched it as a band, and it was an experience for sure.
Yeah.
I think my band would probably have to be Rush, to be completely honest.
Oh,
'Cause I saw them at R40 and tour before that, but if I could see Geddy Lee in his prime, I think that'd be a crazy experience to have. They put on such a good show.
Absolutely.
That would be an awesome one.
For me, Guns N' Roses, hands down. I saw them on the Not in This Lifetime tour. I couldn't afford it, but my mom was gracious enough to buy the tickets. Happy Mother's Day, by the way.
Yes.
And I wept. I'm a grown man, and I wept when they came out on stage. But if I could see them in the 80s, man,
Yeah, I miss seeing Guns N' Roses when they came to Boston recently, but I did see Slash perform with Miles Kennedy, and so I got to see a part of Guns N' Roses, I guess.
Yes.
He still rocks it, at his age.
Absolutely. I hope I can throw down like that, like tomorrow, much less at his age. Like,
yeah.
For me, I would have to say it's hard to choose, but I think I'd want to go back and see Pantera. That'd probably be the group I'd want to see.
Oh yeah.
Just to be at one of their concerts and feel the energy that they bring.
Yeah, I feel like I would have loved to have grown up during that time and see all these awesome bands, just not because of their music, but I feel like people actually were into the music when they attended a concert instead of using their phones to record.
Yeah, I agree. People are definitely back in that time. We're a little bit more connected with each other. Not that they're less connected now, but phones and electronics probably put a little bit of a divide in between it, unfortunately. But still, every time we go out, we have a great time, and our fans are always right there with us. So.
Yeah, and there's a lot to be said, for somebody that cares enough to take out their phone and try to capture that memory and keep it forever, But definitely the human connection, man, that would have been great to experience back in the heyday. The Sunset Strip was alive. And,
Woodstock.
Yeah.
Yeah, Woodstock. Why did we not say Woodstock?
Woodstock, yeah.
Well, I would love to see Jimi Hendrix perform at Woodstock. That would be.
Oh dear God.
That'd be amazing.
I'm changing my answer. That's my answer.
It makes you wonder if people who were at Woodstock really realized what they were witnessing at that moment. And
oh man, I'm sure they do now. I'm sure they do now.
Yeah. That's a shame. Well, actually, they were going to create another Woodstock. I think it was last year that got canceled, or was it supposed to be this year? I can't remember, but it would have not lived up to the original Woodstock.
No, I think they tried it again in the early 2000s, right? And that was
97. They had one.
It was like a disaster.
Yeah, it was.
But nothing can beat the disaster of the Fire Festival. I don't know if you guys saw that Netflix documentary.
Yeah, we passed that around in the band too. Yeah.
Yeah. Fire Festival is something else.
So what do you guys have, lined up at the moment? I know it's kind of hard to make plans with everything going on, but what are you guys' hopes for the coming months?
Well, we do have some dates currently released that are going to be coming up. It's the New Metal Fest. It's going to be with Saliva, Powerman 5000, Dema, and Flaw. Those are going to be in late June. And we do have some stuff coming up. We can't really talk about it right now, but we do have a bunch of plans that are going to be coming up, and we will be releasing those. So stay glued to our page, and we'll be definitely putting that out soon.
Very cool. Well, I appreciate the time you guys took with me. I wanted to ask, before we wrap up, is there anything else you want to mention or promote?
We're not much for like self-promotion, but we do say this at the end of every show, and it has to be said at the end of every interview, whatever. We're here to make rock and roll. We're doing what we love. Peace, love, and rock and roll until the end. And until we meet again, keep the faith.
I like that. I can't follow up with that, so I'm going to leave it at that.
It's all good. Thank you so
Thanks
much
again,
for having
guys.
us. It was
Yeah.
great.
Thank you.
For your time.
Likewise.
Thank you.
Take care, guys.